Desk Stretch. My name is Abby. I'm the health fitness professional here at the Houston site, and I'm going to be teaching Desk Stretch. I'm going to go over our waivers real quick just to recap what we had for the month of March, since we're almost done. Less than a week left of March, which is crazy. Anyway, so we have March was National Nutrition Month, so we had a bunch of nutrition programs running. So we had our Healthy Eats 4-week challenge, which I believe ended this week. And then we had our Nutrition Simplified webinar, which ended today. If you weren't able to hop on those, they're all posted to our YouTube. You can go back and watch them. And then, of course, we had our cooking demo. And that's all I got for you. So you can go ahead and start the timer on your watch. Lower your chair down so that your knees come to 90 degrees. So your thighs are parallel with the floor. I want you to roll up in your chair. Inhale and exhale. And then I want you to just kind of let your right foot fall out in front of you. And you're just going to take it into some ankle circles, right? So it's kind of hovering above the ground, but I'm not working to hold it up by any means, just very relaxed. We're going to warm up those ankles. We're going to focus on lower body today. Really love on those. So we're starting with our ankles and we'll move up from there. Changing directions, big circles. Really feel that stretch in through the bottom of your foot and in your ankles and maybe a little bit even up into your calf. And we're going to swap sides, bring right foot in, bring left foot to hover. And again, both those big circles going to the left first, and then we'll change directions. And you can alternate directions. Going to the right. Again, keep those circles nice and big. You can go really slow if you want. And just really focus on getting that nice range of motion. Again, feeling it through the bottom of your foot, a little bit in your calf, and then your ankles, the front, left, right side of your ankle. I feel it up almost like to the side of my calf. All right, and now you can bring your feet together. Next, still focusing on lower body, but now hopping up from ankles to hips. We're gonna bring our feet out. Again, you want your feet at 90 degrees and cross the right foot over the left knee. So right ankle rests on left knee. That leg is gonna come up and that knee might pop up a little bit. And you're gonna feel that stretch through your back and into the front of your hip. So kind of in that glute, through the low back, glute into the front of your hip. So if this leg is really popped up, I want you to press that knee down till you bring it more like flat parallel with your hips. All right, and then you can pull that toe back. If you feel it in your knee, you might feel some pinching. You can pull that toe back. It's very important that your knees are at 90 degrees for this, because if they are not, this is going to make this exercise a little harder and a little bit more uncomfortable because that knee will be up so high. So push that down. And if you're like, I'm not feeling anything, go ahead and lower your chest over your calf. And then you're going to feel that pull in through the side of the hip. Again, if you're feeling pinching in the knee, go ahead and flex those toes towards, flex the foot, pulling toes towards the shin. And bring chest up and swap sides. So planting right foot, crossing left foot over right knee. Press that knee down and take chest over if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I really feel it in my left side a lot more than I feel it in my right. So my left side's always a little bit tighter. So that pinching is very much in this side of my hip and less in the front on my left side. So always make a mental note of those things, because those can be caused by little habits, whether it's like the way you sit in your car when you drive, the way you sit at your desk. I tend to kind of slouch to one direction, which is usually why I'm tighter on one side. All right, and you can plant that foot. And we're gonna push this chair away from us, coming in to a hanging toe touch. So I want you to really focus on keeping those knees straight. So if that means your hands only come down right past your knees, then that's fine. I want you to feel that pull in the hamstrings and into the glutes. And if you can go down lower, reach lower. Inhale, letting your chest lift and exhaling towards the floor. Go ahead and grab the back of your thighs, calves, or ankles and pull chest in a little bit deeper, trying to put that tension on the hamstrings. If you are feeling it a lot in your low back, I really want you to try to tilt that pelvis back so that your booty is pointing up and not so much to the back. In order to do this, you might need to soften your knees just a little bit, but you should still feel that tension in the hamstrings. Inhale, exhale, and pull. Let that head relax. Exhale, pull. Inhale, and slowly roll back up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. All right. And now you can have that chair for support or stand near a wall. And you're going to reach back with left hand and grab left foot, pulling that foot tight to your butt, and you're going to point your knee towards the floor. We don't want our knee to be out. So when we flare that knee out, that takes the stretch out of our hips and our quads. But when we point it towards the floor, that's extending those quads. So I want you to pull that foot in tight towards your butt. And if you're not feeling it, as you pull that foot in, I want you to resist against it with your foot. So you're pulling with your hands and you're pushing with your foot, resisting, which is going to stretch the quad more and also activate it. And then you release, and you should be able to get a little deeper into the stretch. Inhale, resist, exhale, and pull, keeping that knee pointed down. And then go ahead and swap sides. So we're planting left foot. You can use wall for support. Reach back, grab that right knee, pointing it towards the floor. Again, you should have your core engaged, posture nice and stacked. We're not rounding our low back. We're keeping it in the quads. You might feel it a little bit more towards your knee or up towards your hip. Again, always try to make note of where you feel it, because it can be telling of compensations that you make throughout the day. So keep that, and then you can press and resist against that hand, and then pull it in tighter. Inhale as you resist against your hand. Exhale and pull it tighter to the glutes. And we're going to drop that to the floor. And then we're going to go into some alternating knee hugs. So I want you to bring your left knee up towards your chest. You're going to grab it with the front of your hands and you're going to pull it in tight. All right, so we're kind of balancing on one foot here. But I want you to pull that in. You're getting kind of a little stretch in the glutes. All right, so we're going to pull that in tight. And then we're going to alternate sides. So pulling, hugging for 1, 2, releasing and bringing the other knee into the chest. Inhaling and exhaling. One more each side. And then we are going to step left foot forward, right foot back. And instead of going into ham sweeps, we're just going to rest. Take your palms and rest them on the front of your thigh. You're putting the front of your weight onto your leg, and so it's going to stretch that hamstring. Don't put it on the knee joint. Put it closer up towards the hip. Hinge from your hips. Don't round your low back. Keep your core engaged. Pull your toes towards your shin. Get a stretch in your calves and hamstrings. And this right knee is bent, and my weight's kind of shifted to my left. And we can swap sides. Putting that weight on the right leg. Goes towards the shin. Core engaged, shooting that hip back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then you can bring feet together. Thank y'all for joining this stretch. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. I'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you, Abby.
Nice
You're
weekend.
welcome.
Thanks,
Have a good
Abby.
one.